Hola! Today we're talking about how to go to Spain as an artist. This is a bit of a follow-up to a video I recently did on how to go or move to France as an artist, but I know Spain is an equally popular destination, especially with a lot of artists. Spain is full of so much art and culture, and it's a really inspiring place. So in this video, we're going to talk about some logistical things such as visas, including the new and exciting option to move to Spain as a digital nomad, as well as some shorter term programs that you can take advantage of if you are only able to get away for a week, a weekend, or a month, but you really dream of going to Spain to create art and soak up all of that inspiration. For these shorter term programs, I decided to focus specifically on Barcelona because it's a city that I've gone to several times and I know and love. But there are programs you can research all over the country of Spain, of course. Okay, so first we're going to talk about a bit of logistics. Obviously, if you're a European Union citizen, you can just go live, work in Spain. But this video is really geared towards people who might be coming from somewhere like the United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and they don't have the automatic right to just go live and perhaps work in Spain. For those of you from one of those countries or from many other countries, although I didn't prepare an exhaustive list, you can often go to Spain 90 days visa free. So if you just want to go to Spain for a few months, rent an Airbnb, walk around, be inspired by Barcelona, Madrid, Granada, any lovely place in Spain, you could just go stay in an Airbnb, get a hotel room, possibly do a house sitting exchange. I'm not going to get into the legalities of that. And you can enjoy up to 3 months in Spain. But for those of you who might want to stay for a bit longer, maybe you really want to finally get good at Spanish, you might want to think of an option that allows you to stay for 6 months, a year, 5 years and become a permanent resident, 10 years and become a citizen. There are these options available and there are more now than ever before. So apart from just the 90-day tourist option, there is now a digital nomad visa. And this is really great whether you have a job that you're making money from your art, or maybe you have a different job, a different day job, for example, that would let you be remote. This digital nomad visa for Spain is pretty new. I'm talking about this in summer 2023. Visa rules and regulations are always changing, so you'll want to always consult the latest guidelines. But for right now, the main requirements you want to know about getting the digital nomad visa for Spain is you need a remote job with a salary that pays you double the national minimum wage, which currently is 2,160 euros per month. That is the double the minimum wage. So you need a remote job that's paying you a little over 2,000 euros a month. You need to have either a college degree or 3 years professional experience in your field. This is not a tutorial on how to get the visa, but there are going to be a lot of documents you need. You're going to need health insurance. You're most likely going to need your documents translated into Spanish and possibly legalized, apostilled. This is a special process so that the Spanish government can verify your documents. These visas are good for up to 12 months, but they can be renewed up to 5 years, which is the time you need to live in Spain to become a resident. After permanent residency, you can eventually become a citizen. So if your dream is just to go to Spain for good, this could be a real option for you. And one of the exciting aspects of the Spanish digital nomad visa, as compared to some other digital nomad visas in Europe, is it lets you take on local work for up to 20% of your time. So a lot of digital nomad visas, you're restricted from participating in the local economy. But here you can go and you can do your job, but you can also do some local jobs which can really help you get involved in the local culture. Maybe you could work part-time in a museum, or even this would provide the way for you to legally volunteer in the arts sector. So this is a super option for those of you who might not have a job in the arts yet, but are looking to get involved with a job in the arts, and this would let you do that just a little bit on the side while you can keep your job at home, assuming you can get permission from your employer, of course. And if you can't, there are all kinds of jobs that you can do online. So if this is something you want to do, you can make it happen. Apart from this digital nomad visa, for a while there's been a non-lucrative visa. And this is an option for those of you who are retired or might have passive income. Some people I've heard are able to get the visa by showing that they have, for example, rental income. And then once they are in Spain, do some remote work. I've heard various lawyers say that it's not actually illegal to do remote work once in Spain on that visa. But I am not going to talk about the legalities of Spanish law with you here. But now that there is the digital nomad visa, we'll have to see if the authorities maybe are so lax with what people are doing on the non-lucrative option. Another popular option for getting yourself to Spain to be able to live and work legally is a student visa. So if there is a Spanish language course or an art course that you're super interested in, you'll probably be able to participate in that on a student visa. And then like most student visas in Europe, you'll be able to do some work, but there might be restrictions on the type of work you're allowed to do, how many hours you're allowed to do it, and perhaps even how much money you can make. But those are all logistical ways that you can get yourself to Spain to live and work longer and possibly even stay in the country. In my video about moving to France, I talk about the logistics and legalities of this a lot more, but I don't want to weigh you down with all of these because, as I said, these are always changing, and then you can look them up yourself, the latest guidelines. If you are interested in me getting into the logistics step by step on how to apply for certain visas, just let me know in the comments and I can explore either talking about them myself or getting a Spanish legal professional on this channel to talk about them. Because I know most of my viewers are in the arts and interested in the arts, and might not actually be interested in moving to Spain for the long term, but they are itching to get inspired and to travel and to live their best life, I wanted to give you some options for going to Spain and getting involved as an artist, promoting your art career, learning something about the arts, being inspired by other artists, even if you only have a week or a month available. The actual prompting for this episode was a very cool Spanish residency program that I found out about before COVID, but it seems to have not survived COVID like a lot of programs. But I was able to find some other interesting programs, and I thought, why not share those with you? As I said at the beginning of this episode, these are just going to focus on a few options available to you in Barcelona, my personal city of choice, but that is only because I've only been to about 4 Spanish cities, with Barcelona being the most major of those cities. So this is not to say that Barcelona is the best city in Spain, but it is one that I love, and I bet a lot of you will too. So if you're looking to go to Barcelona to do something in the arts, I've got some tips for you. So the first one is a micro residency through Raro. This is R-A-R-O with periods in between. And Raro calls itself an itinerant artist in residence program created in order to generate spaces for exchange, creation, and dissemination of work. So Raro has different programs in different locations, but one of the things they have is what they call their micro residency in Barcelona. And I'll be linking the details about these programs so you can look them up later. So as I said, Raro has some different options, but the micro residency program is a 1 to 2 week residency program where they hook you up with a studio that meets your needs. So obviously, if you are a photographer, your studio needs might be a little bit different from a ceramicist. For those of you who are very busy in another day job, and maybe you did start a project a long time ago, but you didn't quite bring it to completion, what a more exciting way to do this than to go spend a couple of weeks in Barcelona, really focus on your art during the day, and maybe have some lovely tapas in the evening and practice Spanish with your new friends. You can go onto Raro's website and you can click the choose your studio option, and they're going to show you all the different studios available. And there are quite a few. Apart from the 1 to 2 week residencies, Raro also appears to have programs that are actually a minimum of 3 weeks stay and go for much longer. So Raro is a great source for either people looking for one of these micro residencies or someone who's looking for something a little bit longer. Okay, another cool art residency is the Hey Human! Art residency. These residencies last from between 2 to 4 weeks and they are by application. I'll have the links below so you can go and look at whether when you're watching this video there's a current open call for residency, but these residencies provide you with accommodation, studio access, and an event where you're going to share your project at the end. And these residencies are from everyone from artists to even human rights activists. And this might be a great chance for you to collaborate and connect with artists and other interesting people from all over the world while based in the heart of Barcelona for this one. So if you're the type of artist or other individual that already has a portfolio, a body of work, you're looking to make some connections, do some work, and maybe take your art career to the next level by highlighting your work at an event, by building up your CV with a established residency, this Hey Human art residency might be what you're looking for, especially if you don't have months and months to commit. Maybe you can only get away for 2 to 4 weeks. And the final option I'm going to share with you is for maybe the more beginning novice artist. Maybe you don't have a portfolio already. Maybe you are a budding artist and you really want to learn some skills, but you would love to do that in Spain and in Barcelona. So this option is Your Creative Escapes. And this is a 9-hour program over 2 days. So this is incredibly short. You could pair this with another week-long vacation in Spain, in Barcelona, a tour of Europe, but you just want to spend a little time developing your skills as an artist and learning from some local masters in Barcelona. And what this program does is, for currently 290 euros, it matches you with an artist and you will spend a couple of days with them in their studio, learning from them, maybe learning a bit more about the life of an artist in Barcelona. Best case scenario, gaining a mentor and lifelong friend. So that's another option for you if, as I said, you might be a less established artist, or maybe you're a more established artist but you're looking to learn something in another media. So I hope this episode inspired you. If there are other places besides France and Spain that you would just love to go visit or move to as an artist or as a non-artist, please let me know in the comments so I can research some great options for you. I hope this episode inspired you to be living your best life wherever that may be, whether that's in Spain or in Kansas. And until next time, keep creating.